Hi guys, Dr. D-nice Beaugelin here, solar powered and energized by the S-O-N. Well, it's the first Wednesday of the month, and for this year we're going to continue our series on sex. But before we do, you want to see what I have on? Hold on. It's lovely, huh? Well, it is from Liberia. One of my friend's mom got it for me. It is so cute, so gorgeous. Anyway, let's dive right in. So, two subjects today, masturbation and pornography. Let's just start off with masturbation. The question was asked, what is the deal with masturbation? Well, here's the deal. Masturbation is basically having sex with yourself. I have my notes down here, so I'm going to be scanning down every once in a while. You know, they say it takes two people to tango. Well, basically, this is yourself. You're tangoing with yourself. So that two people to tango thing does not count. A woman typically uses some object or something to rub her vagina or clitoris against to stimulate her towards orgasm. And sometimes they even insert things into their vagina, like a fake penis or things that could be sort of like the shape of a penis, objects, lots of different things inserted in the vagina to basically mimic sex, but you're doing it with yourself. And guys, they will use some lubricant and usually their hand to stimulate going in and out of an orifice. So that's kind of the mechanics of masturbation, and yeah, that's what it is. But before we end all that, what's the deal with masturbation thing? There's some people that say that, you know, masturbation is good for you. It helps keep the pipes moving. It keeps making sure that everything works well. Also, that it's just a way to give yourself pleasure. Do you remember a few weeks ago when we talked about the hormones that are being released during sex and at the time of orgasm? Because typically with masturbation, people try to bring their own self to orgasm. Well, one of the hormones that's released, and if you don't remember, go back and check the videos, is oxytocin. And this is a hormone that's called the bonding hormone. So when you're masturbating, you're bonding with yourself? That doesn't make sense. I mean, does anyone really need to be more selfish than we already are? I mean, look, we're all very self-centered and already selfish, and now when you're masturbating, you're releasing these oxytocins that's causing you to bond more with yourself. I don't know. Some things just seems a little weird about it. Also, another issue with masturbation is that sometimes it makes it difficult for you to really achieve an orgasm with somebody else. It does. You develop these habits, these strange rituals that you have to go through in order to get to an orgasm later on. So anyway, there's the deal with masturbation. Oh, I forgot. Some people actually injure themselves masturbating. True story. I mean, I'm not going to tell you all any details, but you all know I'm a doctor and people have. Just trust me on that one. Well, there you have it. That's masturbation. The next thing was, what's so wrong with porn, Dr. D-nice? Well, let's just look at it. But before we do, I'm going to tell you all a story. Way back in the day when I was, gosh, I must have been about 13 years old. We were living in New Jersey. You know, those 3-story buildings where different family lives on each floor. Well, the owners of the building, they live on the first floor, and their kid lived in the basement, their teenage son. And you know where I'm going. Of course, he had some porn magazines, and he had a younger brother that was about our age. And one day he was just like, yeah, you know, my brother's got porn down there. And we were like, porn? Okay, I guess. I don't know what that is. But we really didn't know what it was. This is my first experience with that. We're like, all right, we'll come check it out. So we used to sneak down the stairs and flipping through those porn magazines. Look, we got all, when you look at those pictures, you get a little tingle in your brain and a little tingle in your groin. So we kept going back all the time trying to get this tingly sensation because it felt good. And we kept going back. One of the things that we saw, do you remember, unfortunately, Vanessa Williams, she ended up with some issues related to some pornography pictures that she took. And we actually saw the layout that she had. I'm not going to tell y'all any details, but unfortunately, she did end up losing her Miss America crown because of it. So I'm telling y'all that story to say this. Back to the question, what is so wrong with porn? One thing is the secrecy associated with it. For you, that is, had pornography, having to participate in it or look through it or see it, has you feeling like a common criminal. You're like sneaking around, sneaking into people's basements, sometimes even stealing, like a common criminal, just to look at this thing, to get this little fix that you get, the little tingle in your brain and the tingle in your crotch. That's one of the things with porn that is not so great. The second thing is you're having fun getting your kicks off somebody else's expense. Look, the truth of the matter is that a lot of porn stars are unhappy. It's unhappy people having fake sex. A lot of them. And honestly, it's really no different than back in the day, or not fully different than back in the day when they used to have people watching public executions. What? You would never do that. Well, basically, you're doing that when you're watching porn because a lot of these people are so unhappy. As a matter of fact, not all of them are doing it willingly. Some of them were manipulated, and that is not a good word. Look it up. It's not like they were convinced. They're being manipulated to do this. And a lot of children and women just... Look, there are a lot of victims in pornography, and you don't want to be a part of that. There may be one or two people that love what they're doing, but a lot of them involved are not willing participants. Is that what you want to be? You want to be a part of that? Supporting a part of that? I don't think so, but anyway. Let's talk about the third reason. Porn affects your body. Watching it frequently affects your body because all those chemicals that are being released when you're getting that little tingle in your brain and tingle in your crotch, all those are affecting your body. And some people have found that frequent use of pornography can lead to things like anxiety and depression. And for guys, erectile dysfunction. If you don't know what that is, you look it up, especially a lot with the internet porn where you just click, 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 and scan through it. Another issue that how porn affects your body is that when it really comes time to having sex with a person that you're with and meant to be with, you can't perform. Or you just don't even want to. A lot of people don't even want a stable one-person relationship. It just makes you want to go around having casual sex with various different people. It's the truth. Here's one factoid about pornography. It is big business. Do you realize that the pornography industry, they bring in more revenue than Netflix, Google, eBay, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon combined? It is really big business. And you do not have to buy what they're selling because they're selling it and selling hard because they want to make money off of you. It really does. I know it makes you feel, I know it makes you really feel good and tingly all over, but, at what expense? Is it really worth it? Not everything that people selling you have to buy. Be wise about your decisions. All right, well, those are our two questions today. Remember, sex affects your body and your soul. There is no soul condom. Do not wake up sex before it's ready. All right, bye-bye. See you next week. Oh, remember, if you have any questions for me, don't forget to send them in to questions for dr.D-nice at gmail.com. That's questions, the number 4, DRDNICE at gmail.com. I'll have it in the information section below. Bye-bye.